Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where Mom and Chris are discussing Bjork and what's her name? Rosalia?
Rosalia, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose that's his name.
And let me click on that link. Chris has sent me. Well, in America we'd say Rosalia, but I don't know how you say it anyplace else.
Spanish, so I'm thinking she probably has a Spanish pronunciation of it, which would have been Rosalia.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I've never heard of her until this thing came on my radar yesterday.
I will have to look at that one when we're done here. I say that a lot, but then, like yesterday, Frost had asked me to look at something. So I finally, after a day, went over to look at it, and the link had died, and it's like, okay, I don't want to interrupt Frost on Thanksgiving by still sending a message going, I'm thankful for all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'd also be thankful if you'd send me a new link.
Clever.
So hopefully he will find that amusing, but I'm sure he, like many people, spent the day doing stuff yesterday. We wound up having our, my son cooked, and I'm still trying to nicely say you have to start some of these things a little bit earlier, because he was like 5 minutes from serving the turkey, and he goes, oh, I gotta start the gravy, and I'm like, I start mine hours in advance so that I can fix the flavors. He hasn't gotten to that point. He also doesn't know that when you take the stuffing mix out of the box, you have to, if you're going to use a stuffing mix, you have to mix it with liquid a little bit. Otherwise, you have dry crumbs. So,
yeah, especially the turkey is a dry bird.
Actually, his was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. The turkey was... All he did was put some oil on the skin, a little salt and pepper, and that was it. Nothing else. But it was quite moist. He didn't roast it really hot. He didn't open the oven every 5 minutes to baste it. And then his roomies... Good morning, Taz.
I don't want to go out of bed today.
You don't have to.
No one's forcing.
Yeah, you can stay in bed. You're like me. I don't have to go out of bed today. I can stay home. And I intend to, because I'm sure people are going to be idiots out there. But I'm going to hit the gym.
Idiots? In which regard?
Because I don't think anybody else will be at the gym today, except maybe people avoiding sales. But I do have to get some food.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's Black Friday, so there's paranoia on the streets.
Not as much.
I forgot about that.
Sav says, don't hit Jim. He's a nice guy. Yes, he is a nice guy. Actually, my old gym had a guy named Jim at the front desk who was a really nice guy. But you can tell the difference between the $100 a month gym and the $1,000 entry fee versus the $25 a month gym and the no entry fee, because they clearly do not give AF at the front door of my gym. They beep your card and then you're in. That's it. That's the only interaction you're going to have with any of these people. At the expensive gym...
Good, they leave you to yourself.
Yeah, but at the expensive gym, Jim would say, good morning, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Then they'd go past to the locker room, and Will was one of the guys by the locker room, and we'd chat about Warhammer for a little bit, and so on and so forth. So I knew almost everybody who worked there by name, because they would bother to talk to you.
When it comes to expensive places, like gyms and stuff, the more expensive they are, the less talkative and friendly the people are as a staff. And that resorts to two reasons. Either they're just like, well, they didn't get a day off on a day like that, and they're just pissed that they need to be there, which is fair.
Well, I think that's
or
true.
They're just really stuck up, they have a stick up their bums, and they're just like...
It was 100% the opposite way for me. The people were more interactive, and the people who worked there were more interactive. This gym, the only time anyone's ever talked to me after I went in for the initial one was when I find out that one of my neighbors goes there. And the only reason I think he knew it was me is because I have purple hair. It's kind of distinctive. But yeah, no, I have no idea who anybody at my gym is. My current gym, the cheap gym. Old gym knew everybody, but it was a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. It was also an hour away, and it's like, do I really want to drive an hour to go work out for an hour and then drive home for an hour and deal with traffic and weather versus I can actually walk there if I have to.
Right.
If I drive, it's 5 minutes. If I walk, it's probably an hour, but it's good workout walking there. But the dogs are like, Mom, if you're taking an hour-long walk and you're not taking us with us, blah, 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 you don't really love us, blah, 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 blah. You know how dogs are. Anyway, what do I have today? I has got
I'm not sure.
ground. I have ground. I'm going to switch, so hang on a second here. Maybe I'll have something on the other one. And let's see if we have something that's not ground on this account.
Those banging devils.
What?
I think he said
Those
those
banging
dang
devils.
endeavors.
Those banging devils? Do you have a hangover, Tess?
No.
He said dang endeavors.
Oh!
He needs to get up to complete them because his OCD wouldn't let him sleep in without doing them first.
Yeah, but they've been up for an hour. Do you? Wow, this one,
You have a
I've got
set.
harvest materials in space, undine ship, and phaser damage in space. What one's got
Hey, I've got
phasers?
same stuff. Undine ships, repair hull in space, and phaser damage in space.
Oh, sweet. I have to find a tune that's got phasers. I think Battle Mom's got some phasers. Sav, I almost called you last night. Because I'm looking at my inventory going, I don't even know where to start on this stuff. Sav hasn't played Stone Week. You haven't missed anything, Sav. Nothing's happened. Other than, did you hear the news, Sav? About Stowe?
All right.
Okay. I figured you would have. And I know a couple people have talked about it, but we talked about it yesterday morning when it was going down. So, oh, where's Jeremy's response? Is, Blue Sky?
Who's Jeremy? You mean
Borkus.
Borkus?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen it.
I don't follow anybody, and there's nothing in my feed. Let's see.
Oh, his
No,
graphic account has been quiet.
There's nothing in Blue Sky. Stowe Discord, that doesn't help me. Hey folks, just popping in really quick to say that I know the news released early this morning might be unclear or cause some confusion or worry. I don't think I have the full information to clarify any of it right now either, as things are still developing and being communicated internally. Short form though, I can tell you a few details. There's no need to panic. I wasn't. Day-to-day operation of Cryptic Games is intended to go uninterrupted. I figured as much. Nobody at Cryptic or DECA is being let go as a result of the buyout. We have some folks preparing a more official statement that I think they will want to publish ASAP, but as I said, some details are still being worked out, so I'm not sure if or when that'll actually happen. I think that means the details being worked out. No, so that's basically what we were thinking yesterday, is that, yeah, thank you, Sav, I appreciate that. That we'll get more information in the next couple of weeks, but I'm taking it as generally positive. I don't actually care if they let some of the people from DECA go, because I don't think everybody is as qualified as they should be in a lot of things. And hopefully that'll mean we'll see some work done on some basic stuff if they go back to devs who are
Hopefully they can just
more
move to
skilled.
other projects. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see anybody get fired. Noopity, nope.
Yeah, there's been enough of that in the business.
Yeah. And a lot of it was from things like this acquisition thing that Embracer went on. So many studios closed as a result of it. So thank you very much, Sav. Totally wonderful news, I think. I do hope it means we're going to see some more content.
I mean, if STO will be independent from Embracer Umbrella, I'll embrace that. Embracer is just
Humor!
one of the
I
most lousy owners of anything in the past, like, decade or so, so... Yeah, I wish other franchises could free themselves from their grabs. Oh, hello, Buffer. You comfy like that? Okay. I'm not gonna get into his comfortableness. Hello?
sorry, just responding to. Sav said, "I'd like to get hired being ignored because HR is lazy and uses AI. Ticks her off." Agreed, totally agreed. Sometimes their responses to issues has been incredibly good and fast, and sometimes they just completely disregard you or never respond.
Never respond is probably the most frequent thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I've had to send in a few things which are minor, and the world doesn't end, but it's stuff that I really would like to see fixed. Forgot I had this on laptop yesterday. But they should put Mr. Dave in charge of customer service because he is like the bomb in customer service.
Don't ever put me.
He is so good. And I should be in charge of community manager, or you, Chris, or both of us.
Well, there should be only one boss at customer at community management.
Well, we know who that should be.
You?
Yeah, I'm older. Sav says, I'm in customer service too. I white glove all my customers. Please tell me that's got more than one meaning.
Not sure if she meant the other meaning.
I hope she didn't mean the other meaning. Meaning best treatment. Oh, okay. Whew. Alrighty. Okay. Did I send you an invitation, Chris?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
At the...
No worries. You hadn't responded, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I that tired? So the alarm went off at 5, as it always does. No proctology testing. There's that part, too. Alarm went off at 5, and I remember, because it's very soft, pretty music. And I went to bed at like 7:15 last night. The dogs and I decided to put a movie on and just lay in bed, because it was cold. We'd had a long walk, and we had a fairly large meal, but early. And we all stretched out on the bed, and next thing I know, the dogs are going, hey, we need to go out. I'm like, huh? It's midnight. Okay, we can go out. I let them out. We went back to bed, and everybody got under the blankies. We're all warm and cuddly. And I turned the heat way down, and then the music was playing. I'm like, well, I can close my eyes for 1 minute. Next thing I know, it's 5:45, and I'm like, shoot, I'm glad I have the coffee all set to go. Let the dogs out. And they're going, but we need breakfast. No, you're not getting breakfast yet. After the show. You downloaded the whole Schwarzenegger collection earlier. Interesting. What's your Schwarzenegger best? Or Schwarzenegger favorite?
Whose?
Zaps, since you downloaded the whole collection. So I suppose we can put that open to everybody.
I think I have a favorite movie with Schwarzenegger.
Conan the Barbarian.
I guess I like the first two.
I was just about to say, I'm guessing it's the 80s movies.
He had so many in the 80s. I love Conan.
Yeah, but that's when Arnold Schwarzenegger looked the best.
Oh yeah, he did. Kindergarten Cop, though, had such a fun sense of humor about it, and put him in such ridiculous positions, then it worked. And of course, Terminator 2. Those would probably be my top 3.
The first two Terminators definitely be up my alley.
It's a good movie, but it's because he doesn't really act, he's just there. But when we get to Terminator 2, he actually has to do stuff that involves acting, and overall, it's such a good movie.
Good at it.
There's nothing wrong with Terminator 1. It's just there's nothing in there that puts me over the top for a Schwarzenegger movie. That said, it's a good movie. No doubt about it.
Obviously, it was mostly the first film was made for his physique and because he didn't really know the language that well.
Right.
and he
Yes.
didn't know acting that well, it worked perfectly fine. But then he got a little bit of work done in terms of like learning how to act and learning English, and he was perfect for the second movie. It was
Yes.
a
Did
perfect
he
sequel.
now?
I'm sorry, what?
Did he now?
I mean, he definitely learned a little bit of English.
We learned more of it, yes. Well, he always
Did
had.
he now?
Well, get more elaborate than did he now? Tell us what you mean.
Well, I've seen a couple of those behind the man documentaries,
Uh-huh.
and every voice coach, every person that was supposed to teach him anything, he was like, "Yeah, closing my ears now. Yeah, blah 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 blah." Every time.
Oh my-
Did he
Well, I'm
really
just- I'm just
learn
saying from
anything?
what I saw in
No.
the films, there was a significant difference between the first one and the
Yeah.
second one. For once, they gave him a lot more lines, and he did.
Well, he
them
did
well.
Terminator in 1984, and he did Terminator 2 in 1991. 1991.
Yeah.
But I knew this, but I didn't know if anybody else knew it. What was his first movie?
Are you asking
Yeah,
or
yeah, I'm asking. I know what it was, and I looked it up to confirm that I wasn't wrong.
I don't know. I don't follow his career that well.
It was Hercules in New York.
Oh my god, that sounds absolutely tacky.
It is, and they had to dub his voice because he couldn't do it. But here's the funny thing. I think this is one of Taz's favorite movies, The Long Goodbye.
what did
Or am
you
I the
say?
only one? No, that's not. Somebody I know loves The Long Goodbye.
The long,
Yeah,
do you mean
it's...
the long kiss goodnight?
No, that's a different one. This is The Long Goodbye.
Yeah, okay.
It's a Philip
Okay,
Marlowe
that's the
movie.
Gina Davis one.
Yeah, The Long Kiss Goodnight is a great movie, but this is a Philip Marlowe movie. Okay, I had talked to somebody the other night who remembered it. I thought it was you, Taz, but obviously it was somebody else. But it's not a great movie, but it's not bad. Yeah, they dubbed his voice with a nerdy voice. Oh, what was the movie that absolutely tanked with Schwarzenegger in it? Not
Any of the sequels? Of the
No, it was
Terminator 2?
The Last Action Hero. Has anybody seen The Last Action Hero?
Oh, I saw it on
Yes.
TV, but it was long ago. I don't remember
Is-
anything of it.
It's a surprisingly good movie. Ever seen Stephen King's Trucks? I have not. If you get a chance, watch The Last Action Hero, and remember, it's not a parody, but it's kind of a parody without being a parody. It's amazingly good. It did not do well. They promoted the heck out of it, but it didn't do well. And there's no way to explain it, but it's really good. Really, really good movie. Trucks was Stephen King's even sillier TV reboot of Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, you're right. I do remember hearing about it, but I don't remember ever seeing it. Taz, what do you have to do if you haven't done them already?
He's done them already.
Okay, I'm going to queue us up for Undine Assault because you've got Undine, I've got Undine. There's not a lot of Undines out there.
Outside of the battle zone, not much.
Yeah, well, let's see if this will queue up here. Might.
Might
Since
not.
it's a holiday here in the States, people might be on. If not, we can do something else. Yeah, we got some people on. So back when Black Friday was becoming a thing and stores would stay open or open up like at midnight because they wanted to maximize on it, my favorite coffee shop, and this is a chain that's long gone, would open up at midnight, and for people who were not shopping, like the husbands and kids, they had free coffee and hot chocolate so that they
Aw.
could drop the wife off at the stores and they could just come and sit in this place and chill out. And they had big comfy chairs and fireplaces, and they had kids' board games out there. And it was so nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really pleasant.
So, if you're not being dragged along by your wife, you have stuff to do.
Oh, I hate shopping. I hate crowds. God bless the internet for existing, so I do not have to go shopping. Though yesterday when I left, I'm like, oh good, I'm all done with shopping. Get to my son's house, and I said, well, I'll stir the gravy. Where's your whisk? I don't have a whisk. Okay. Where's your ladle? I don't have a ladle. Where's the thing to serve pie? Well, I've got a spoon. No, we're not serving pie with a spoon. So I looked at roommate's mom and go, hey, I know what we're getting him for Christmas. And she laughed. And then they have no trivets. And my son goes, we do this once a year. We don't need things for it. Well, that's valid. But I think they're getting whisks anyway. And then I'm going to teach them how to make gravy. Ooh, this is not launching. We may need to go to the... is there anything else that's got Undine?
No, don't ask this. No. No. Quiet.
Yeah, no, because if this isn't launching, that won't launch either. I guess we're going off to the Undine Battle Zone, everybody. Away to the Undine Battle Zone. Saab says, I also love that one of the characters from The Shining is in Welcome to Derry, which I have not seen. The characters in it? Or the actor? Oh, and don't forget we're going to watch Galaxy Quest tonight. Taz, you joining us?
At what time?
6:30? I did mean, are you going to join us in the Battle Zone for the Undine?
Oh.
But yes, you're more than welcome to join us for the movie at 6:30.
How many do you need?
30.
Because I will only take away from you.
No, if you're in the team with us in the same zone, we share kills.
Then you won't have to do anything.
That's kind of our thought.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we know what we're doing here.
On my way.
Okay. Character played by Scatman Crothers in the original Shining. Oh, that's cool. Chris, where are we going?
There is a certain kind of shoe
Yes.
that... How should I say?
Let's go to Instance 2. There's fewer players there. Oh, are we in Instance 2? Or there. Alright, my bad.
I was looking at a YouTube, I don't think it was a short, but a 5-minute YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And the video was called, if your dad were wearing these kind of shoes, you have this many unknown siblings.
Oh my god.
And the day after, my dad came wearing those shoes. And I'm like, what a freak!
Dad, how could you? How could you, Dad?
Well...
Taz, we're in the 8 o'clock zone right now.
Yeah, but I got lost, so I didn't do that warp to space battle zone thingy, so I was halfway across the Dyson sphere before I had to turn around and fly back.
You can do that, but that's the long way around. But we're right by the entrance there.
On my way.
Okay. Good morning, Willie McBride. I also binged the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things Season 5. I kind of fell asleep watching Mystery Science Theater 3000 because it was the Turkey Day Festival, which is the worst that they've got. It was pretty good. Oh, wow. Willie McBride says, I actually found a half-sister I didn't know about on Ancestry.com. Wow.
Yeah. I think my mom...
Oh, yeah, now we get the wee-woo. Do we want that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Decline.
I think my mom was the flusy one.
Oh, yeah, my mom, too. Mom, I love you, but I think my mom got around.
My brother and I do not look alike at all.
My sister looks like my dad.
It's like, I'm like almost identical to my dad. My brother, who is supposed to be more identical to my dad.
Yeah.
Black beard and brown hair.
Well, it is a dominant gene. If you've got it, it's
Or
going to
I mean,
express.
my dad had
It's like I look like Santa. Platinum white beard, platinum white hair, and it's obviously my brother comes from another daddy. He's fat, he needs glasses, he has a black beard, he has brown hair.
Well, my brother
Oddly enough.
definitely has the genes from my mom's side of the family. It's unmistakable. Absolutely unmistakable. And my sister has the genes from my dad's side of the family. That's unmistakable. But the dad genes really only show up in my sister, in my opinion. I could be wrong about that. And I'm sure not judging anybody. It was not the best marriage out there.
When I look at my sisters from my stepmother's side, those actually look like me. They have my freckles, they have my reddish hair, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Other side, never did.
Sav says, Yaws looks like Santa too. What or who is Yaws? A streamer who hangs out with Polarcade. Ah, okay.
Who's Polarcade?
He's a streamer. He pops in here once in a blue moon.
Okay. Me and Hagrid had an interesting interaction last night.
Did you now?
Well, the thing is that he usually just is very excitable around other dogs. So
Yes.
He looks like he's about to like eat them alive.
Yeah, you have mentioned this.
And well, there's a dog that used to be a buddy of my previous dog. Well, he's not like he's also a bit older.
Hang on, let's go
smaller.
north to the 9 o'clock bagel.
Are you still in need of funding ships?
Yeah. Did you get all 30?
And I didn't have 30.
Oh, I thought you had 30. I need 3 more. That's all.
Okay. The donut here has some.
Yeah, that's what I said, the bagel. You say, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
bagels.
that's more of a bagel than a donut, yeah.
It is, yeah. I would like
So
a
we
bagel.
ran into that dog yesterday, and
Oh.
Hagrid was at first oh, I'm gonna pounce, and then he was like, sniff, sniff. And oh, I know this guy. I met 2 or 3 times before, but suddenly he was like, oh, okay, this is a chum. We know each other.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So you do have some sort of memory retaining ability.
Oh, yeah.
To remember that you met a dog.
So my dog can be super aggressive with other dogs. I can control him, so it's not an issue. But we're walking the other day, and he's doing the mood. And I'm like, that's our neighbor dog. That's Copper. And he goes, oh, that is Copper. Yeah, okay, we can be friends. It was very interesting. Once he got close enough to really smell him, he figured it out. Okay, I have my 30. We can go do something else. Woo!
Yeah, it was the same. I was like, oh, wait, I know this guy. I mean, he's fine. And they started just sniffing around, walking around, ignoring each other.
Yeah.
Really just like walking in a pack. And I'm like, okay, I wish you had that kind of remembrance with other dogs.
Well, he will the more he uses them. Shall we get out of the zone?
Yeah, gladly.
Yeah, I'm done.
Problem is he's not being allowed too many dogs.
Yeah.
That's not me. It's just even other people will just like take their dogs away from us because he's definitely a bigger dog. So
Yeah.
people just like panic and I'm like, how am I supposed to let him know that he's fine with other dogs if he's not even allowed to get
Well,
closer?
that is part of it, yeah. So with Copper, it took Fifi about a year before she realized that that's the neighbor dog, and now that Winter's here, of course, dog is back inside and not out. Like during the summer, their dog is out in the yard most of the time, my dog's out in the yard most of the time, and they get to sniff each other, know each other. Then we get to the winter and it's like, I don't know that strange dog. Is that you, Taz?
Yeah.
Wow. You have a distinctly familiar face. Got a lot of the...
What?
No, a lot about your eyes especially looks like a lot in my family. Obviously, we're Swedish, so there's probably some tendency towards similarities there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not what I expected you to look like, but good to see ya.
I thought I had showed myself on cam earlier.
You might have, but I didn't see it. Sav says winter is coming. That's personal. Share with the class. No, I can't. It's his. He can share with the class. I can't share with the class.
You can see we have distinguished white
Yes.
hair, except for my mustache that is still red for some reason.
That's the way it goes. Other than my hair is currently purple and pink, you can, when the color fades out, you can tell I'm almost white now, which would be totally cool, except there's no way to make just the ends like hot pink and keep it that way. It tends to, you do the ends hot pink and then it slowly migrates back up the hair, and then you get this kind of pale pastel pink, and it's just not attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not a pastel person. Speaking of pastels, what? I want none of these. I was going to look this up earlier, but I'll do it right now. I think it is Storming the Spire for the Universal. It is Storming the Spire. Yeah, well, the nice thing is you can pretty much AFK it, take out the first wave, and then just chill. Hey, no problems, Cliff. Sorry, Cliff says, sorry, I'm late, got stuck in Skyrim. No worries. It's real life. You get to go have fun. Dante had to...
Skyrim is not real life.
Dante was telling me...
I got my ass smacked so hard I literally never came back to the game.
Wow. Wow. Speaking of real life, Taz was telling me he had to work yesterday. One of his co-workers, I guess, asked him to switch with him because it was a holiday. Dante. I'm sorry, Taz. I meant Dante. And Dante's like, 2.5 hour or 2.5 times regular rate for overtime and for it being a holiday. Yeah, I can take that. And he said people were kind of judging him for preferring to be at the office over being at being at work over being at home on a holiday. And I'm thinking, if somebody's going to give me 2.5 times my regular rate for 8 hours of work, I would be all over that. That's a lot of money. 8 hours of work, but being paid for basically half a week.
Sounds like a dream job.
Yeah, really. And of course, it's not all the time. It's just one day, but still. And just before Christmas, yeah. I never got paid overtime when I was in management, but I'd still try and cover my staff's holidays so that they could be with their families, because I can do Christmas breakfast at noon instead of at 8. I can work overnight. It's not going to kill me. And then they can have some extra time. And then one of them be like, but I get 2.5 times the rate. Well, if you want to work Christmas, that's fine with me. I'm just offering to be nice. There. Okay. Got that one down. I'm out of there. Well, apparently I got a congratulations, Admiral, from Mr. Spock, but I don't know what I have. Ooh, Cliff is on a 30-stream streak. That's a lot of Star Trek. It is. Why did I just get that? Well, it's not. Oh, maybe it is that. Nope, it's not. I have no idea why it just liked me, but it did. What shall we do, folks? What fleet is this tune in, I wonder? Friends of V'ger. Who is Friends of V'ger? I have no idea who started this fleet and why I'm in it. Oh, I'm in this fleet so that we could get them set up over here. Okay. Can we do the event? Sure. Space okay with you, Cliff? Because Chris is here, and we're not going to do bug hunt while Chris is here. There you are. So I did wake up vaguely at 5:45 to run over and start the show, and I couldn't see anything. My vision was awful, which it is sometimes in the morning before I have my coffee. I had started sipping the coffee, and I'm like, it's still awful. Oh, I grabbed my glasses by the lenses with probably sticky or sweaty fingers during the night and giant fingerprints all over them. But I was too tired to notice.
Well, yeah, I've been a culprit of that, doing that.
Yeah.
Outside I wear my glasses because in the distance, I'm like, yeah. I'm not the best at seeing at larger distances. So.
Well, next year I will have hopefully the surgery to get the.
I think my previous dog must have sneezed onto them.
Yeah.
That made me realize that they were covered in something that made me completely not see. That didn't bother until I actually left the apartment. It's like, okay, I'll try to rub it into something.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Probably clean them.
So I get eye surgery next year because I have cataracts developing, and it's not an issue right now. But my brother had it done, and he's like, oh my god, all of a sudden you either don't need your driving glasses or you don't need your reading glasses. You have to pick one or the other. But it's amazing. Rubbing dirt out of their eyeglasses, Sav. Don't go there. Alright, I'm going to queue us up for Svarm.
Oh, you'd like to know, Sal. Yeah,
Yeah, really. That's why you have the white gloves, Sav.
I'm not tailing.
Oh, Swarm only has one level. Weeboo.
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 Wee-woo.
There we go. Got a Taz Weeboo. So yeah, I'm thinking, remember to touch wood, just not your own.
You want to tell me what to do? You're not my mom.
Unfortunately, I just realized I have to go to the store today to deal with groceries. Ew. What do you call it when two fat women are scissoring each other? Go for it, Sav. Bumping uglies. That's what my husband used to call interactions. And I'm like, you realize that's about the least alluring thing to call it? If you're trying to entice your wife into something like that, that is not the thing that's going to do it.
My dad used to be like that.
Ugh. He thought it was funny.
My dad thought he was funny.
Yeah.
He was funny to himself, but...
To be honest, a lot of people turn a blind eye to the changes their body go through as they age.
I mean...
I turned a blind eye, but it's kind of obvious, so that's why I'm going to the gym this afternoon. And it was fine until I went to get dressed yesterday, because I wear sweatpants around the house and going to the gym and all that. And I realized I don't have a single pair of pants that fits, except my martial arts pants. So that's what I wore to dinner, and I'm like, and I got there, and everybody else is in sweats, so okay, I guess I don't feel so bad right now. In the olden days, I used to dress up for the holidays, and I'd have a new, skirt or dress, and I'd be all pretty and cute, and these days it's like sweatpants. Nobody cares. We have to run around the house and cook food and lift things and get things in and out of the oven. Let's not worry about looking pretty. Let's just be functional. Thank you, real life.
It's funny because I think I skipped the
you-
stage where I cared, and I always wear this comfortable stuff. I don't really care what I look like. I mean, I don't wear clown shoes or clown pants, but still nothing.
I've always looked up to how my dad looks. So,
Yeah, except for the shoes.
well, but this, now I have grown up and look like him, and I'm rather satisfied with it. But I was never happy with how I looked when I was young.
Oh, we never are, Taz. Whether, we're socialized into it because of media or because of, case of my family, getting not subtle digs about it.
Hmm.
Oh, Satalia, it's not too late to log in and do Swarm. It's too late to log in and do Swarm with us. But I have to do it on my other account, so I suppose we could.
Oh,
But yeah, when I was
Grimcliff.
young, my family used to be kind of merciless because I was overweight. And then about age 12, I discovered tennis and went out and played tennis basically nonstop for 4 months because it was summer and the tennis court was across the street. My friends liked to play tennis.
so when you were a child,
Yes,
you thought you were overweight.
I was overweight. There's no question about that. But my parents made sure I had no... And my family, they were pretty merciless about my being overweight. My sister still is. She's just downright cruel sometimes. And like I said, I, for my reasons, discovered tennis and lost a lot of weight. And then kept it off until I got pregnant, put it back on. And it really has never gone away again. And for a long time, I just did not care. I had work, I had family. Being healthy was all that mattered, but I didn't have to be skinny. Sav says I was always underweight because of my hypermetabolism. Willie McBride says, should I risk Perkins sucking? I do not know what that means. What does that mean?
What? Hey, what?
I don't know. Should I risk Perkins sucking? What does that mean? Perkins is a diner. Oh, that kind of Perkins. I used to love Perkins. There's not... Well, there's not very many around here. But when I was, traveling with my husband, that would be one of the things that was a guaranteed decent meal. And they would have things like soup in a bread bowl before it was a thing. That was really good. Yeah, I would absolutely risk it because, if it's still around for a reason. So while we don't have Perkins here, we do have, not Pickle Barrel, the old, what's it called? Crate and Barrel? No, not Crate and Barrel. Something with the barrel. Cracker Barrel, which is a chain of restaurants that does mostly like farm-style, country-style cooking. It is not fancy. It's probably got way too much salt and fat in it. But the portions are generous and the prices are good. And it is next to the gym, which means if I walk all the way to the gym, then I can justify going there. If I drive to the gym, I can't justify going there. Let's see. Sav says I don't eat out anymore. Hygiene is not a thing with the people they hire these days. It's so funny. My brother-in-law was in the restaurant business, and he was pretty fastidious, but I didn't know that there are supposedly rules they're supposed to follow about hygiene.
Don't even get me started on that.
Oh?
I said the other day that I was working in a DVD rental store.
Yeah.
Way back when. It was 2007 maybe? 2007/2008. And the store I was working on was in a bigger building that hosted a lot of things, including a gym upstairs.
Yeah.
And we also had been neighboring directly through the wall with a local restaurant, which, for all intents and purposes, we shared the same exit, but the back exit. So when we left through the back exit, we left through the kitchen back door.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, seeing a large pot of freshly peeled potatoes in water standing right next to the employee toilet. I was still
Oh, that's not gonna make me
next
happy.
to the porcelain, not just like a room. It was in the room with the toilet.
Oh,
like
oh.
Maybe 20
Oh no.
centimeters from that toilet.
Ew. The ew factor there is just ew.
I was like, "Ooh, I'm never eating there."
No,
It's like,
no, not at all.
no, and I remember when our boss wanted to do like a Christmas thing for us, and she
Yep.
was like, "Oh, we can go to the restaurant." I'm like, "Have you been to their backstage? Like, I'm going there."
You.
Thank you so much. If that's the one thing I've seen, then who knows what else is wrong. I'm like, "Oh no."
Willie McBride says it's just extra flavor.
Sorry, spicy potatoes before boiling and before adding spices and seasoning. No, never gonna happen.
So I worked in a bakery for a long time, just before my son was born. Extra money. I was going to college. And I really liked it, and I will say they were really good about their cleanliness. They followed the rules. Everything was kept super clean. And the woman I worked with was a German housewife who had come to the States just after World War II, and she was super fastidious. Everything got properly cleaned every single time, no ifs, ands, or buts. And then once a year they would do the annual really cleaning the heck out of everything as they were required to do. So we were just doing some intermittent cleaning once, and everything was clean, And I went to move one of the decorative loaves of bread. They were bread, but they had been lacquered on the surface so that it would stay fresh, and it was put up as a decoration on the wall. And I moved it, and it exploded into cockroaches. They had found a way into the bread and had been eating the bread from the back. So basically there was this thin shell of flour and lacquer on the surface, and the rest was 8 bajillion cockroaches, and they went everywhere. And we had to shut down for 2 weeks to get rid of all of that.
I'm so glad we don't have those critters in Norway.
Oh, I'm so glad you don't have them either. They're so disgusting. Sav says, Satalia says, so I heard, I think from Casual SAB, that the winter event starts on the 9th. That's weird because this thing ends on the 2nd, and typically it's the entire month of December, but stops about the beginning of January. But I suppose they could have pushed it off a week.
I won't mind a week without an event.
Oh no, they'll still throw an event in there. You know that. We'll have a red alert or something. But I wouldn't mind it. I won't mind it because I really could use that week. I have things I have to do out of town, and I'm not going to take a laptop with just to play.
With something you lose, right? You don't do it, you don't care.
Yeah, red alert. It's not going to end my universe. I was just looking historically. It almost always starts the very first day, whether it's Tuesday or Thursday, for the January things. Hey, he's got some information right, though, Sav. It's cold up here. Why is it so cold up here, girls?
Oh, it was so freezing this morning. I was like, no. I didn't want to go out. Sadly, Hagrid isn't very keen on walking in the morning.
I don't know what it is. It's 23 degrees outside, so 10 degrees below freezing. For you guys, that would be like -8 right now.
Yeah, something like that.
I was watching some quiz show yesterday. It was really cute, and they had 2 girls competing against each other. It was, just a fun, casual thing. And they asked them what's the temperature that water freezes at, and since they're from Scotland, they both said 0. Okay, so they both got it, and they go, what's the temperature in Fahrenheit? And one goes, -36. No, it's -32. And I'm thinking, well, the math is close, but in the wrong direction.
I mean, yeah.
But they gave him a half point for, they got the 32 right.
Yeah, it's not minus, but yeah. It's just because, like, in Europe, we don't... If it's freezing, it always has to be a minus. That's...
Yep, no, let's not let this be logical. Let's not make sense with this stuff. 0 to 100 for freezing to boiling is perfect.
Too much Vulcan must logic.
Sav says she doesn't like casual SAB as a person.
Like no.
That's fine. You don't have to. If he's got information, I will absorb the information. out judgment. Not everybody likes everybody.
I remember how he treated people when I was back in his fleet years ago.
Oh, I didn't know he had a fleet. Oh, I have a lot of stuff. Wow.
But the Breakfast Club. Surprisingly, he remembers me even though I changed my name in the game.
There we go. Now I've got some room.
But he didn't remember why I left. Because I left with in solidarity for the people that he threw out.
Oh.
But I guess that didn't actually. We probably didn't notice or didn't.
Yeah, there is that part, yeah. We have to create a new tune just for all of these all or not favors I keep finding on different tunes.
No, you do not.
Well, I am creating new
tunes. Yeah.
Tunes. That's not an option. I'm creating new tunes. But
Warning: new tunes detected. Initiating countermeasure procedures.
It's what I was telling you. I'm moving over 2 of Ed's tunes from each of his old accounts so I can phase those accounts out and recreating them here. But in return, I'm getting rid of them over there. I'm just putting them where they're easier. And I actually got rid of some of the tunes I've got on these accounts where I just don't play them anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm slowly culling it down to the tunes I really like. Where are we at? Almost time. Got time for one more. I have to get serious now. We've got roughly a month till Christmas, and I have a major project to finish twixt then and now.
You have time for story time after stream?
What do you mean by story time?
Crazy story time.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Crazy story time.
Not really.
I don't understand what he said.
You have what?
Crazy story time. I had a female visitor the other day.
Oh!
Or ex-female friend
Oh.
visitor.
Oh boy.
It's more appropriate to say. But let's leave it for after the stream.
Okay. Yeah, if it's not too long, I do. If it's on the longer side, I will be back on after I feed the dogs. I need to go feed them and let them out. That is my priority. How about if we meet back up in like half an hour after we get done with the show? If it's a long story, otherwise, yes, I have time.
Depends on how you look at long. I'm more baffled over how the situation detonated so quickly.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, let me go down and feed the dogs, let them out, and get some hot coffee, and then I'll be back up after the show. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The story doesn't get longer, it just gets shorter.
Yeah, that is true. But they're both doing the dance of wild anticipation, so I do need to feed them real quick when we're done here. Let's do infected conduit real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll run downstairs, attend to immediate things, and then I'll be right back up. We are queued for... There we go. Weeboo?
That was a quick reboot.
Yeah, it was quick. Well, there's 4 of us, so it's going to be super quick.
It's an infected. It's the only TFO that runs all the time.
Weirdly enough, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, but the other day when I tried to do it because I needed it...
It didn't queue, right?
Not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
It at all. So, like, it always runs, but there are moments when you just are at the wrong time, wrong place, just won't launch for you at all.
Yeah. Well, I did...
Mean.
That happened with Twin Tribulations the other day. It launched and didn't go, launched and didn't go, launched and didn't go, launched and didn't go. And when it finally did launch, I got stuck on the side of the hallway. And I couldn't get out of it. So I just gave up, went out and did real life stuff.
Ubisoft, you're such a... So Ubisoft a week ago, I think, said that their Assassin's Creed franchise is overperforming and all that.
Really?
The release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's not. They live in denial. It's a region of Egypt.
Yes, I was going to go there. I was going to go there.
You completely bunkers and the world is upside down. And now they just said that Ubisoft will not create Assassin's Creed Shadows' second major DLC because they need to focus on ongoing support and smaller
There you go.
launch updates. And I'm like, Yeah, you
What?
promised two
You
DLCs
know,
and now you now making
the
one. Haha.
people buy a premium edition of that game expecting to get a DLC.
There was supposed to be two DLCs, and now there's no. The second one is not coming because apparently there's no point. Not enough people bought the game apparently.
Yeah, but
Eh,
still, they have to commit and follow up for the ones who didn't get the game. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure there's.
if a game doesn't succeed in 3 weeks, it's it doesn't mean they have to take it away from the poor guys who actually bought
I
it.
think Ubisoft is the gaming Netflix. If the game doesn't succeed in 5 days after launch, it's just scrapped. That's
kinda.
what they're leading to. Like they saying that people are just like moving away from from playing single player games. And like,
No, they're
yeah,
not.
that's why Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is a single player double A, not a triple A game. It was just a small indie studio consisting
Yep.
of ex-former Ubisoft employees only. Is probably the contender of the biggest amount of awards at the upcoming award shows. But yeah, sure. Keep dreaming about single player games dying out. Ubisoft keeps spinning those narratives that people don't want this, don't want that. Like people don't care about owning physical media. Meanwhile, physical media is the biggest reoccurring and returning element in gaming these days. People are jumping at every opportunity to buy a physical copy of their game.
Yeah.
Because
I don't blame them.
what's been happening on like the streaming
Mm-hmm.
environment, like the streaming services, they know that this sooner or later is going to start happening with the games. It already kind of is, because if you don't own a physical copy of a game, sometimes it's just withdrawn from the store.
Exactly.
And then you're like kind of so. I mean, in theory, they say, well, you can always download it from the platform, but there might be always a kill switch that just removes it from that set platform,
Yeah.
and then nowhere to download it from, unless
Exactly.
you're pirating. So, like, yeah.
And we would never approve of pirating, she says very obviously.
With a wink, wink, nod, nod.
So Talia says, next time I ask to do Twin Tribulations, remind me it's a 5x5 so I can change my mind. Let's remind Deco, soon to be cryptic, that 5x5s, while very fun, even when they're in the endeavors, are still hard to get 10 people to do it.
I mean, depends on which one, because if you have the crystalline entity in the universal, that pops out fine. It's the Twin Tribulations one, the competitive.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's the competitive,
no one
because
wants to do it.
people only want to do it when you have to get competitive marks, and since you can get them by running patrols, though slowly, there's another way to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I got to run some stuff. Taz will be back in a few minutes after this. I'm going to feed the dogs, let them out, get some coffee, and then I'll be back. It's the competitive TFOs. They suck. They don't suck. I really enjoy them, but it's hard to get a team together of 10. Getting 5 for one side, easy. Getting 2 teams of 5, not so easy. And if you want to do it, you can go into Speed Event or you can go into Accolades, because people are always teaming down there for it. But it's a smaller group.
Exactly.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We will see you in about 10 hours. I should be back on about 6 to do some prelim stuff, and then we will do the Galaxy Quest this evening, starting at about 6:30. Have a wonderful day, and as we like to say around here, stay moopsome. What was that, Chris?
Who are you? We
Oh,
are
wait.
the knights who say...
Moopsy.